Welcome back, Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me to a new episode of Music with Nick. Today, we're gonna fire on all cylinders. I'm super excited about this instrumental marathon by RG. Thank you so much, for sponsoring this music, for sponsoring this video. This is gonna get really, really cool because I do recognize some names on this list, and they're all like amazing musicians. So without further ado, let me introduce the music. Thank you again so much, RG, for doing this, for supporting our channel, for always having great ideas. Very these artists are very much up my alley, so I'm always excited when I receive a marathon by RG. So thank you, I do appreciate it very much. So today we're gonna start it off with Ronnie Montrose. That I remember doing some time ago. And it was very, very cool. Very, very great music. We're gonna do Town Without Pity from the album Open Fire. This is 1978. Some early stuff. Then we're gonna do Untold Passion. This is with Neal Schon. I always call him Schon, which means like pretty, but it's Neal Schon and Jan Hammer from of course, Neal is the guitar player for, oh my god, Don't Stop Believe It, of course. It's gonna come into my mind right now. And then Jan Hammer of beautiful, just instrumental music, but also fame with the Mahavishnu Orchestra and all that good stuff. So to hear them together is going to be amazing, from Untold Passion and Here to Stay. It says 2013. I don't know if that's correct, but we'll find out by the sound. And then the amazing and masterful C.Poland. I just love this guy. I know him all the way back from Megadeth, but just as a solo artist, he is just off the charts. Amazing legato playing, amazing control and technical command over the instrument, just a shredder, but in his own right, very jazz fusion. I love that guy. So we're gonna also do two songs that are not on Spotify, but we're gonna do here. We're gonna do Fire Emergence, the song Saladin. This is with John Goodsall on guitar, and we're gonna do another song, which is basically a band with C.Poland. It's called OHM, and we're gonna do the song Peanut Butter, like Buddha, Peanut Buddha, and this is also with Roberto Pagliari and David Eagle. So very proggy. So I'm gonna I'm so excited to do this. So without further ado, thank you again, everyone, for being here, for supporting the channel, for showing interest in instrumental music or progressive rock, and everything that not too many channels cover. I'm just super stoked to have all these guys behind me, all these amazing musicians. I mean, look at them. Look at in the back. There's all these crazy good musicians, and that's what we do on this channel. So I'm super happy. Thank you, RG. And without further ado, let's get into it. I don't need my glasses anymore of this part of the video, but let's kick it off with Ronnie Montrose, Town Without Pity. Let's go. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy. Here we go. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. This always happens. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Wow, man. This was really cool because it started off basically like, yes, it's an instrumental guitar, but it evolved into this beautiful or almost orchestral piece that has, it even had like a little bit of a, you know, of an epicness of like, you know, it almost sounded like a theme, like a James Bond theme, something like that. We've been watching a really cool documentary, guys. I think it's on HBO Max. The sound of Bond, and it's just amazing how it evolved from all the way from the '60s to I think last year. And it was always a theme and then a song, you know, and everybody was like, well, who's gonna do the next James Bond song, and then who's gonna write the new theme, and then to have that theme throughout the music, staying true to the original bum 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 bum, beautiful stuff, beautiful magic here happening. But I love this piece. It just had a certain evolution from just a simple rock song, a simple instrumental guitar song, into this really nice piano driven orchestral, with an orchestral backup. So it really, stuck the landing there. Really cool, awesome, really cool. Ronnie Montrose, I love it. Now, of course, I thought about the Neal Schon, from Journey, the guitar player from Journey, and this is the amazing Jan Hammer. So let's give them the chance here with Untold Passion. Let's see what they have to say together. Let's go. this is amazing. It just shows the genius of Mr. Hammer. The chord progression here is what gets me. It's so well. The composition is so. I mean, it's just regular chords. I mean, I think there's some sevenths in there, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know the chord progression. I would have to kind of like listen to it. But it's just the way it's timed and the way it's being played. And then the first solo, I thought it was Neal on the guitar, but it was actually the keyboard. He has such a cool distorted pad. It sounded like a guitar, and he was doing those bends just like a guitar player would. And then Neal kicked in with the guitar. It's a beautiful solo by both of them, but really he had me fooled there for a moment. The first solo, I thought, wow, okay, cool, very distorted, but it was actually Jan playing the synthesizer or the keyboard, and then came in the real guitar solo. But man, I mean, what a dynamic duo. Beautiful. It's just very hypnotic, this whole chord progression. Dum bum 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 bum. Very beautiful, very very nice. Very easy to listen to and very dramatic. I love that. Let's continue with these two. Fuck. Beautiful. They could just like keep going for hours. I mean, these two masters. I mean, of course, I prefer like Jan's lines because they're more. It just sounds like very legato. It sounds very precise, and because it is a keyboard, it doesn't have that. And I love players who basically are very quiet on the picking. Um, I've been working on that for years. You know, when I pick, I'm more playing legato. I'm giving it a little bit of a push, and then I play most of the notes like it's called a hammer on from nowhere. So it's basically like playing a piano on a fretboard, right? So it's very hard to do, but it gives a very special sound when you play legato. It sounds different than when you just play, you know, very staccato. Staccato is very percussive, and legato is very liquid. So yeah, of course I enjoyed Neal's playing very very much. I think they were going very well together. Beautiful melody to solo over. I should try it sometime, maybe if I can find a backing track of Untold Passion to see what I could, you know, play over that. Really great. I loved it. We're gonna go next with C.Poland, amazing guitar player from Megadeth in the first couple of albums by them, and then he left the band. Marty Friedman replaced him. Marty Friedman is a master as well, but I think C.Poland went in a different direction, more into the jazz world, jazz fusion guitar, where the Marty Friedman is a metal monster. I mean, when it comes to, have you ever heard stuff like Cacophony with Jason Becker? Oh my God. I mean, and there is rumors that Marty Friedman is returning to Megadeth, so that's amazing. But okay, we're gonna go with C.Poland here. Return to Metalopolis, and this is from Return to Metalopolis 30th anniversary. Let's just see here when this came out. It says 1990. Here we go. Let's give it up for C.Poland. The song is Alexandria. Here we go. So you can hear like Chris has this Holzworthian legato down, to he has it down, and it gives him this like really different sound. It just sounds so much different than any other guitar player, and it sounds very, yeah, it sounds very Holzworthian. It sounds very, yeah, like exactly like that. So it's I'm sure he's a fan as well. So yeah, and I love also that these marathons. I mean, we had two songs that were pretty, chill. Um and then we can, but I'll have some, a little bit of distortion, some rhythm here, like some dun 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 dun, and I love that, the mix that we can enjoy all styles of music within one video, and appreciate the different styles. So yeah, let's give it up again for Chris here, doing an amazing job on the guitar. I just love his playing. It's so liquidy, clean, and it's just so fluid, and also the scales he uses are very, very interesting, very, very cool. So let's keep going. Wow. This was so good. And he was just getting started. I mean, I would say this is one of the cleanest guitar players in metal. I mean, if you take him out of the jazz fusion context, and let's say if he was just a metal guitar player, he's one of the cleanest players out there. I mean, just listen to those lines, listen to that legato, his phrasing off the charts. Like I don't really know that many that play like that in a metal context. I think Dimebag is another one that I appreciate very, very much, because he's very creative. You know, chromatic scales, just stuff that's not so common in heavy metal. There's a lot of pentatonic stuff, and like for example Metallica, Kirk Hammett is just a fan, I guess, of that kind of tone. There's now and then like he plays like a harmonic minor scale or something, but it's very much sticking to the boxed in sound of a pentatonic blues scale or something. But yeah, this guy's just amazing. So now we're gonna play you some songs that we have here on YouTube. Now, if the quality's not the best, hey, there's unfortunately not available on Spotify. So, we might hear a little, discrepancy here in sound, but hey, it's all good. So let's keep let's give it up for Fire Merchant. This is a song, Saladin. And here we go. I don't know where to pause it. I'm just gonna pause. Like, I know it's very dry because it's a YouTube video. It just like stops. There's not like a little fade out. I love this. This is very cool. It has like, I get a little bit of a Joe Satriani vibe. Early Joe Satriani, when it was more, you know, a lot of power chords, more rhythm, more aggressiveness. I love the shredding here. Very cool. Arpeggios. Even reminds me a little bit of like early Marty Friedman that I was talking about him. But this is really cool. And I want to, this is John Goodsall here and Jester Thompson. So it's really, I would have loved this. I'm loving it, but I would have been more obsessed with this when I started out playing, because I was all into, you know, shredding and arpeggios and, you know, playing over heavy backing tracks. Now, when I chose a backing track, I always choose something very calm and, you know, but this is like, you know, the power. So really, really cool. I'm really enjoying this. Very nice, shredding here. So let's keep going, but it has this like dun 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 dun. Very Joe Satriani, like early stuff by him. Very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, what a shame that it's not on, you know, some artists just don't put their stuff on Spotify, but this sounded very good. It had very good quality still. So I was very, very happy with this. Okay, now for the last track here, OHM, and this is part of C.Poland, Robertino Pagliari, and David Eagle, and I'm sure this is going to be quite a shred fest here. Also from YouTube here, and let's give it up again for C.Poland and his amazing legato. Here we go. gotta give it to the bass player as well and the drummer here. Amazing work together with Chris, just creating this really intense track. I love the didgeridoo, the in the middle of it's so cool. I sometimes would just love to own a didgeridoo and just like record like me playing the didgeridoo, like just that, with some like tribal like drums. It's such a cool experience, man. I've done some drum circles and I've just been like, it's such a cool sound that gets so deep. It's like the frequency is so awesome. So I wish I could do that. So this was awesome. Thank you, RG. This was beautiful. All the tracks were really impressive. I mean, we got some Ronnie Montrose kicking it off, really, really cool. Then, I mean, Neal Schon, or Schon, and John Hammer just killed it. They killed it. C.Poland's track was beautiful, very heavy on the heavy side. I love that solo at the end. I wish he kept going. And then this band that I've never heard of was very surprising, very cool. Fire Merchants, really cool. Like, I guess I mean, this is what this marathon is called. It's instrumental rock. And this was a great track, great shredding here. And then this one was more an interesting track, the OHM. This was more outside the box, a little more experimental, but I love that, I love when they go to places that usually people don't dare to go. So it was just a very interesting track and had a little bit really cool solo, a lot of shredding there as well, very legato like I always say that I love. But this was great. Thank you, RG, for listening. Thanks everyone, of course, for listening. I wanted to say thank you, RG, for sponsoring this awesome request, and thanks everyone for listening. I hope you do enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who's your favorite guitar player, but also who's your favorite shredder, or who's your favorite player with a certain technique that you enjoy? Maybe volume swelling, playing arpeggios, tapping, using different all the things you can do on the guitar that are so cool. So let me know what you think, and thank you for being here. See you in the next video.